Saturday against Lindmar of Iowa, a game that the Old Aves dropped, but Ferguson had a really nice game and got himself into the scoring leaders.
Yeah, and the other one is Julius Clark, who's off to a good start tonight with 6 points, but he's just a kid who's gotten healthier and healthier as the season's gone on. His productivity just keeps rising.
And for the Huskies, it's kind of the usual suspects. They're going to have to rely on their talented guard tandem, Tyler Barrows, Elliot Besson, Aaron Gust. And there's Ian Bauer burying another three. You know, talking to Abe's head coach Chad Brisky said that loss against Lindmar was another game in which the Huskies just got off to a slow start. And he's and the staff challenged their guys to, let's start fast. Let's be the ones that throw that first punch. He said too many times this year we've been taking the other team's punch early on, and so far so good for the Apes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You know, Coach Brisky loves how they've come out after halftime, but he doesn't want to have to do that every night. And so he was hoping a little better start to the game tonight, and I think he'll be happy with the way things have started out so far.
Yeah, the last two games we did, Spargs, it was a week ago. Good look inside by the Huskies, but Jack Strabel couldn't get that one to drop. Oh, zips one inside, did Wesley Mboga. No shot there for Shamar Simmons. Here's Bryce Hetke now. Back up top, Mboga. But yeah, both those games, DC Everest and Menominee, those were close games. The Menominee game was actually tied at the break, and then in both cases, the Aves had a big second half to win going away.
Yeah, and if you're the visiting ball club against this team, you got to stay close.
Bryce Hetke for three. That is three straight made threes by the Old Aves, and their lead is up to 15.
Yeah, just going to say that, boy. If all of a sudden they start knocking down that three, that's tough to compete against the Old Aves.
Here's Tyler Barrows up top for the Huskies, who played hard and they've gotten some good looks. They just have not been able to finish. Gust up top. Bauer guarding him. Besson will launch from distance. That's off. Hetke the rebound. Bryce Hetke for three. That's a little short. Rebound to Strabel. Now Gust will bring it up. Aaron Gust spins all the way to the hoop for the finish.
Nice little finish right there. You saw the lane, had a one-on-one look.
Ian Bauer right back the other way.
And again, there's that Old Abe bench coming into play tonight. Bauer and Fessenmeyer already making a difference.
8 points for Ian Bauer off the bench. And Sparks, we say this every time we talk about the Old Aves. Oh, nice look inside, and Besson with the finish. Good patience by the Huskies that time. A lot of times that press, that trap will try to speed you up, but that time, good look, and Besson with the finish. Still plenty of time in this first half. Huskies would like to whittle this thing down and be within, 5-6 points when the break comes around. Jesperson inside. Simmons back to Jesperson. Long distance three is good. Abe's lighting it up from distance tonight.
Jesperson's first points of the night, and we're halfway through the first half.
Yeah, how about that, Sparks? Abe's up 16, and Jesperson has only 3 points. Besson on the drive. Gets himself free, gets his rebound, and then he gets fouled. Foul's going to go on. Thought they were going to give it to Simmons. Instead, they gave it to Bauer. Julius Clark, Tay Ferguson back in for Memorial. Zach Shipman and Isaac West, two of the starters, back in for the Huskies. Barrows to throw it in. Nearly stolen, but the Huskies get an open look, and they knock down the three-pointer, Isaac West.
Yeah, they got the loose change and found Isaac West all alone. Knocks down that three.
Jesperson gets to the hoop and scores.
Yeah, he just out-muscled Tyler Barrows right there. Barrows needed a little help inside, didn't get it.
Yeah, he gave that little hesitation move, and he got in the hip. He was able to get to the hoop. Out of bounds, Old Abe's basketball. Good defense by Hetke. Had Shipman hemmed in along the baseline. Abe's basketball up by 15. Jesperson will pop.
Hit off the shot clock there.
Shot clock. You know, Sparks, one thing we have not done this year is discuss whether a shot clock is needed in basketball, and maybe we should just table that discussion.
When we have time. You're right.
Again, my personal opinion on that, I think in the Big River is I'm not sure you really need it, because I don't think anybody really slows it down. Teams are pretty assertive offensively, and that's top to bottom in the league.
Yeah, I think if you were going to implement it, I think at the D1 level is probably the only place you want to start, just because they have a number of people and the schools are larger to help. Again, you got to hire more people to do it.
And they're going to get Mboga on the foul. I mean, if it was something, and I don't know that you would even need to do it like a 30-second clock. I think 45 would be, because you still want to run some offense and get good shots. But it's one of those issues that folks talk about.
Yeah, and it's been discussed. So
now we've talked about it, Sparks, so we can check that off the list. Could take that time by Besson, and he draws the foul. Goes on Julius Clark of the old Abes. That's his first. Abe's 6 team fouls. Huskies 4. Aaron Gust back in for the Huskies. Barrows to throw it in. Wise double teamed on the baseline, looking for somebody. Wanted to get it to Gust. Knocked around. Bodies on the floor. Still loose. Huskies come out of there with it with Wise. Gust, Shipman. Gust had some space, thought he might pull the trigger on that 3. Strong move, Zach Shipman. Clark taking it to the hoop. He will head to the line.
Yeah, that's the thing about the old Abes. You just scored a basket. They're going to inbounds that ball and just create transition even after a make.
From the Huskies' perspective, at the very least now, I think they're in a phase where they're trading buckets with the old Abes. So that at least they've got their offense on track. The next step is try to string some stops together.
Yeah, the stops have been hard to come by, but you're right. At least their offense has kind of settled in now a little bit, and they've had better looks. So it's been a little more productive on that end. But you're right, it starts on the defensive end if you're going to try to catch up.
1 or 2 for Julius Clark. Lead is 14 now for the Abes. And again, it's North Memorial. This is, if you like basketball, this is it. This is really about the only game going on in town in various sports. So we got a big crowd here, and, you're playing in front of friends and family. And a lot of these guys, despite the fact they wear different uniforms, are friends and playing against each other for a long time. A lot of them played summer ball together, other sports together. It was a fun time, just a celebration of basketball in Eau Claire.
And for the Huskies, number 14, Elliot Beskin.
Elliot Besson back in for the Huskies. Besson will inbounds right in front of the old Abes bench. Finds Barrows. Guarded by Jesperson. Up top, West. Besson looked like he lost it off his leg, but the official says off the foot of Hetke, maybe?
Yeah, that was a tough one there because the whole Memorial bench was up pointing their way. Like you said, they thought it came off of him going out of bounds, but stays with the Huskies.
Ian Bauer back in for the old Abes. Barrows again to inbound the ball for the Huskies. Open look, McCracken, that's no good. Rebound Mboga. Clark to Bauer. Finds Jesperson on the back door. Cooper Jesperson to Tay Ferguson. That's a little short. Rebound Jesperson. Ferguson guarded by Barrows. Now Mboga. Jesperson will launch. That's off. Ferguson, the rebound.
Oh,
and
tough.
the bucket.
Great rebound and finish right there by Ferguson. Huskies cannot allow the Old Abe second and third look at that offensive end. They play so hard defense to create a shot. They've got to get that first rebound.
Ferguson just looks more and more comfortable offensively with every game.
Yeah, you're right. He didn't play the last couple years. We've talked about that before in the broadcast, and here he is in his senior season. You're right. Everything's just kind of coming natural now again, like he's played all along.
Foul goes on Ian Bauer of the Old Abes. That is his third, so he will sit. Huskies will be in the bonus the rest of this first half. Aaron Gust at the line. Gust with 5 points. Make it 6. Bonus free throw coming for Gust. He averages just over 8 points per game. Again, coming off that big shot that he hit to lift the North Huskies to a win at River Falls. Here's Ferguson on the baseline. Finds Shamar Simmons, who kept it alive. Simmons and Clark playing catch. Now Julius Clark will penetrate. Julius Clark! Good take to the hoop.
Yeah, had a pretty drive, just couldn't finish.
Gust to Barrows. Guarded by Yates, now Besson. Elliott Besson. Kick out to Gust. He's tripped up by Jesperson. And Cooper Jesperson will pick up the foul.
For Jesperson, that's just his first.
So Fessenmeyer back in for the Old Abes. That's Ben Fessenmeyer. Julius Clark was set.
That is the Old Abe's 8th foul here in the first half, so from now on, any foul, Huskies are at the line.
Yeah, they've got some good free throw shooters, and that can certainly help them kind of whittle into this lead a little bit before the half.
Yeah, the interesting thing, too, on their offense, they're really not doing a whole lot of ball screens because they know the Old Abes love to trap on that ball screen, so they're just doing a lot of one-on-one and swinging the basketball without ball screens.
Last 4 points for the Huskies have all come from the stripe. They've got the lead down to 12. Simmons to Fessenmeyer, now Yates. So 3 reserves on the floor for the Abes, along with the 2 starters, Jesperson and Ferguson. Jesperson back to Ferguson, what a catch. Abes will reset. Here's Jesperson, little floater, short. Ball battered around into the hands of Besson. Besson trying to clear some space, and he gets called on the offensive foul.
You called that right, Brad. You said wanted to clear some space, and they got him for it. Had too much pressure, leaning on him. He threw that forearm out there to create that, and he got caught.
Hetke back in for the Abes. Seems like the pace of the game has been more to North's liking these last few minutes, Sparks.
Oh, agreed. Yeah, a little slower. Can run some half-court sets, playing good defense.
Bryce Hetke on the drive, finds Simmons. Yates, guarded by Gust. Caleb Yates, layup, no. Rebound, Shamar Simmons. Jesperson bats it to Hetke. Abes will reset. And Jesperson dribbled it on the baseline. So a turnover gives it back to the Huskies.
Yeah, he tried to go baseline right there, got a little bump. Official didn't call it, and sure enough, he dribbled it right on the baseline there.
It's been a physical game, not chippy, but real competitive, as you would expect. It's North Memorial. Huskies looking to get this into single digits with a 3, or a bucket will get them within 10. And that's big for North, which is trailed by double digits, but
what
a turnover
steal.
there.
Yeah, what a steal by Julius Clark to see that.
Yates going baseline, finds Fessenmeyer, little strong on that one. Jack Strabel, some good hands. Now Strabel trying to get the pass back from Gust, and that goes out of bounds.
See, there again goes back to that pace of play right there. probably the Huskies benefit just to pull that out, run their offense that they've been much more productive in here late in the first half.
We have a big 3 minutes coming up here, Sparks, to end out this half. Huskies would like to get this deficit into single digits and feel good going to the break. Abe's would like to create some distance. Well, that loose ball winds up in the hands of Julius Clark, who finishes.
Yeah, he is so quick. He just went and got that basketball and penetrated. Nobody could stay with him. Good finish again. He is now up to 9 points.
Leading scorer in the game. Aaron Gust also has 9 for the Huskies. Another turnover. Here comes Jesperson. Caleb Yates.
Back-to-back hoop, stretches it to 16, Bretto.
We've got a timeout. We'll take one as well. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield offices, and they take most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time. Call their Marshfield office to set up a free consultation today. Huskies ball down 35-19. Quickly into the front court comes Tyler Barrows. Now it's Gavin Wise. Back to Barrows. Dribble handoff, Besson. Couple of guys there. Oh, Besson gets the return pass. Unable to finish.
I think Julius Clark bothered that one a little bit.
Hetke back to Clark. Clark trying to get to Fessenmeyer, deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Huskies.
Good job by the Huskies right there, sinking to the paint, able to deflect that one out of bounds.
Tay Ferguson back in for the Old Abes.
Watch Jesperson to come around here.
Jesperson, that three-pointer no good, and Huskies will have it with 1:49 left.
Yeah, he always inbounds from the baseline there, and once they get it in, he's going to use those screens along the baseline. He can go either direction, and he'll curl it around and look for that jumper.
Barrows brings it up. Besson called on the double dribble as he's trying to break through that trap.
Yeah, again, the good old Abe defense right there, a lot of pressure. Huskies have started to turn it over again a little bit here.
So Jesperson will walk it up. Abe's ball up by 16. Jesperson, Ferguson gets the roll.
I think the Huskies went to a little bit of a zone right there. Tay Ferguson, the recipient of them, able to find a gap, lay it up and in.
Tay Ferguson has 6. Huskies have played with a lot of energy this half and have done a lot of good things. It's just the shooting percentage down and turnovers starting to mount.
Well, the old heads are taking them off that three-point line. Just not giving them a whole lot of free looks. But there's one.
Three-pointer, Karam's off. Strabel had a really good look. It was online, but not enough. Ferguson finds Clark. Clark
just a
all the
blow-by.
way to the hoop for 2 more.
Could see that coming. Just seen Julius Clark so much with doing that. He'll set up for that look at jumper. Little ball fake, and he just blows right by to the rim.
11 points now. Julius Clark. Barrows on the baseline. They're going to get Jesperson on the bump.
His second here in the first half.
So Barrows at the line for North. Looking for his first points of the game. Messiah Lemke is in for North. He wears number 3. Barrows into the scoring column.
Yeah, Besson and Barrow, they're 2 leading scorers. And right now, Besson only has 4. Barrow stuck on 1.
1 or 2 that trip. Abe's will likely work for a final shot here, and they lead by 19. We'll put it in the hands of Jesperson, guarded by Barrows. Gets the pick from Mboga. Jesperson keeps the dribble alive. Mboga off the glass, no, tipped out, and that'll do it for the first half. Eau Claire Memorial 39, Eau Claire North 20. Sparks, Abe's wanted to get off to a good start, break a recent trend in which they hadn't gotten off to at least good starts scoring-wise, but they've done that tonight.
Absolutely. You could put 39 points up here in the first half. I don't think we've seen that yet this year when we've been covering them. So you're right, a very much more a productive first half with their offense to put up 39. So again, they're going to be very pleased going in at halftime that they've actually got a cushion for a change.
Huskies, on the other hand, like we talked about, have done a lot of good things, just have not shot the high percentage that they need to keep this game close, and then just a couple turnovers at inopportune times.
Yeah, the 2 things they could not afford tonight, turnovers, and they had to shoot the ball well. And it's tough when you got the old A's Climate out there, got a hand in your face. They just got to be able to knock some of those down in the second half.
Mancino's Grinders and Pizza, locally owned and operated. They have been a family tradition for more than 27 years. For the best hot sandwich in town, grab a grinder at Mancino's. Conveniently located just off of Highway 53 and Claremont Avenue in Eau Claire. Whether it is skiing, hockey, or basketball this winter, Shepke Chiropractic has got your back. For all your sports-related injuries, you can rely on Shepke Chiropractic to get you back in the game. Visit them online at shepkechiropractic.com. The Eau Claire North dance team performing on the floor here at the Doghouse. We are at the half. Your score, Eau Claire Memorial 39, Eau Claire North 20. We'll take an extended break. We'll be back with a preview of the second half coming up in just a bit. You're watching Big Rivers Boys High School Basketball on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
All right, we are back at the Doghouse, Eau Claire North High School. Eau Claire Memorial leading Eau Claire North by a score of 39-20. Bob Radovich, Dave Sparger, here with you from the Doghouse. Leading scorers in the first half, Julius Clark with 11 for Eau Claire Memorial. Tay Ferguson has 6 for the Huskies. It is Aaron Gust with 9, Elliot Besson with 4. Sparks, if you're the Huskies, how do you get back into this and start cutting into this lead?
Well, it's got to start on that defensive end, right? You can't give Memorial 2 or 3 opportunities in the offensive end they're going to get their shots, but you've got to limit them to one. And then just basically you've got to take care of the basketball so you get your good look. So it's going to be a challenge down 19. It's not impossible, but again, it always starts on the defensive end.
There's a couple of alums from these two programs playing at the Division I college level Spargs, and both playing down at Illinois State. Dalton Banks, the North product, has 8 points, 3 rebounds. Caden Bozier, the Memorial grad, 7 points, rebound, and 1 assist. And in the game, he reached the 1,000-point mark for his career. He was down at Valdosta State. We started at Missouri, Kansas City at the D1 level, then went to D2 Valdosta, and then transferred to Illinois State, where he got together with his old buddy. Good friends, even though they played on opposing high school teams, and really cool to watch those two play at the collegiate level.
Yeah, that's just great for Eau Claire basketball, too, to just give an opportunity to show everybody that if you work hard and you've got the skills, you'll be able to play at the next level.
Final seconds of warm-ups. And they're playing the final countdown, and you know my position on that, Sparks. That's the second half song, but
yeah, I got to save that.
Got to save that. Running the music.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day during the state tournaments, we'd do a final countdown count. We would actually, you know, because these were the days when you'd have the morning session, the afternoon session, and the evening session. So that's.
So you're saying there was a lot of final countdowns?
Well, you figure that's 12 different high school bands. And, you know, during certain years, you know, you look at the relative age of the band directors, and final countdown right in the wheelhouse, that 80s rock. And it's good to have energy in the building, that's for sure. This has been a really nice crowd, and folks from town showing up, and I think a lot of people were just happy to get out of the house after that sub-zero cold of the afternoon.
Isn't that the truth? Yeah, everybody was looking for some reason to get out, and what a great opportunity tonight to come watch a great basketball game.
It's a good way to let the winter go by quickly. Go to the court, go to the rink. Julius Clark, can he stay hot? Yes, he can.
Boy, that is a tough shot. You take a pass off the floor, not a good pass, but he was able to gather and set himself and knock it down.
Julius Clark up to 14 points. You know, we've said this on previous Memorial broadcasts. This is a team where somebody different can lead the team in scoring every night. You're always looking for Jesperson. But I think a game like this where, you know, North knows all about Cooper Jesperson. There's no secrets here. So they're going to do what they can to try to take him out, much like other teams will try to do, you know, going forward and what they've done previously. So gives everybody a lot of confidence. Jesperson couldn't handle that pass. Barrows the other way. He'll go to the line.
Well, going back to that, you're looking at Jesperson and Bolger, the two leading scorers for the Old Abes, 35 points between the two of them. And right now they've got 7. They got 7 out of the 42. So again, just that Old Abe able to spread out the wealth on that offensive floor so many times.
And again, they're going a legit 5 deep off the bench. So you can play up-tempo, you can play pressure defense. And if you get winded, all right, sit for a little while, somebody else comes in. And that's something that North coach Logan Horn will look to build as, you know, he continues on. There's another steal by the Huskies as they cranked up the defense. Shipman on the drive. Up top, Barrows, open look. And he gets the roll.
Gets the kind roll, and that's exactly what the Huskies need. That's the first time he's had a wide open look and knocked it down.
Barrows up to 5 points. Abes will have to do this, or check that the Huskies will have to do this as a possession at a time. Get a stop and try to run something good and wind up with some points. Good look that time by Ferguson, but just a little too strong.
But one and done, Huskies with the defensive rebound.
Barrows clears himself. That's short. Good effort by Shipman to track that one down. Now Bessa finds Gust. Gust trying to get back to Beston. Stolen by Clark. Hetke thought about the 3. Clark will take it in on Besson. Nice pass. Mboga for the finish.
Great job by Julius Clark facilitating to Mboga that time.
was one of those, he went up in the air. I'm not sure he had that exact plan, but he was able to elevate, and they're going to get the offensive foul on Shipman.
Boy, Julius Clark on taking a charge. He is having just one heck of a game.
Yeah, we've seen it in spurts from Clark this year. The scoring, again, when you've got a team that has so many offensive options, guys like Clark and Hetke and Ferguson, can take that secondary scoring role, but all those guys are certainly capable. Jesperson.
Little teardrop there in the lane.
Yeah, right off the between the legs dribble, too. That's a lot of time in the gym is what that is. Besson. All the way to the hoop. Strong finish, Elliot Besson.
Absolutely. Good, strong finish with the left.
Announced his commitment to UW Platteville earlier this season. As well as Besson has played at the high school level, I think he's another guy kind of scratching the surface. Ferguson.
A little high-low action. Mboga down to Ferguson. Ferguson, a real nice post up that time.
Tay Ferguson up to 8 points. The lead is 22 for the Apes. Seems every time the Huskies string some stops together and a couple good possession, Abe's have an answer. They've been able to maintain that lead. Besson. And they're going to get the foul on Hetke. They're going to say the bump happened before the hook.
Yeah, I love that bump. The old Abe staff was yelling for the hook, and he did actually get that hook in, but they're going to call that bump before he facilitated that.
Gavin Wise is in for North. Here's Wise. Now Gust, nice little head fake. Aaron Gust, hoop wouldn't have it. That thing was halfway down. Jesperson fouled on the drive.
I think that's going against Barrows there. His second.
You think back to when Cooper Jesperson was a freshman, and he was pretty much a spot-up shooter on an outstanding Old Abe's team. Ferguson.
Boy, right back to what you talked about, Brad, on how Ferguson's just gotten more and more comfortable scoring the basketball. He's up to 10 tonight.
Yeah, Clark with 14, Ferguson 10, Besson. And he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Going back to Jesperson, pretty much a spot-up shooter when he was a freshman. But then every year he's added something. He's got the complete game now, and the other thing he's added, Sparks, is that little hesitation and that quick step.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. He'll give the little, especially on the wing, he'll get a little hesitation, like he's going to pull up for jumper and then just blow by you for the layup. And again, the way he passes the ball, the way he runs that offense, he's not always looking to shoot. He's also looking to get his other teammates open.
2 free throws for Besson. Still, a margin is 22 points for the Old Abe's. Jesperson, it rims off. Clark able to get the rebound. Abe's will reset. And Boga.
Oh,
all
nice
the way to
head
the hoop.
shoulder fake.
Wesley Mboga, 6 points. Barrows the kick to Wise. Knocked out of bounds, and Mboga knocked it off of Besson, Old Abe's basketball.
Yeah, great job defensively there by Mboga, getting his hand on the ball, knocking it off the Husky.
Culligan Water specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. 52-28, Old Abe's. Been a complete performance from Memorial, a team that was ranked 7th in the latest Zaleski Sports Division I poll. Jesperson operating on Besson, won't get the roll, but he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snack. Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest prices. Whether you are buying or selling, turn to the Jesperson Group at C21 Affiliated. They have a pulse on the local real estate market. They can help you with both existing homes and new builds. They can assist through every step of the process. Making the home buying and selling process simple, not stressful. That is what you get with Jesperson Group at C21 Affiliated.
That last Husky foul actually went on Tyler Barrows, his third.
And a little bit of a decision time for Logan Horn, the head coach, because you gotta, I think you need Barrows on the floor. At the same time, you're gonna have to do something defensively to make sure that you're not putting him in a position where he's gonna pick up that fourth. Strong drive to the hoop and then a block by Fessenmeyer. Looked like Shipman had the angle that time. Fessenmeyer rejected it.
Yeah, Ben Fessenmeyer, great job coming over and just timing that one perfect.
Here's Caleb Yates. Fessenmeyer into the lane. Rebound, Aaron Gust. Guarded by Simmons. Now here's Shipman. Knocked away, Julius Clark. Clark will spot up and hit the three.
Oh boy, is he having a night. He is just feeling it. He took his time, gathered. He knew he had a rebounder underneath too.
17 points for Julius Clark, a 57-28 lead for the Abes over the Huskies. We'll step aside, back with more. You're watching Big Rivers Boys basketball on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Nestled in the Wildwood Park and Zoo, the Marshfield Rotary Club Winter Wonderland has dazzled families with over 1 million lights displayed. Admission is free. Cash donations and non-perishable food items encouraged. The Winter Wonderland is open November 29th through December 31st.
We are back at the Doghouse. Eau Claire Memorial leading 57-28 over Eau Claire North. At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, whether you are a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured that you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect. When you need it most, visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Good defense, knocked away, but the Huskies will keep it.
Got a little extra with the music during the action that time as the whole North group is trying to tell them to cut it out.
It's that there's that off switch. Oh, Besson loses his footing, and it's unfortunate. That can be a very uncomfortable situation on the basketball court when you're trying to come to a stop and that other foot slides through.
Yeah, he went down on his backside. I don't know if he was looking for a bump or something, but definitely was a travel.
And he comes right back with the steal. Elliott Besson layup, no, but he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Well, good hustle there by Besson. Instead of hanging his head about what happened on one end, he comes back and gets the steal.
Absolutely, yeah. Great job anticipating. That's one of those memorial sets that he obviously knows is coming. Good job anticipating that pass.
HS Fence specializes in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. They have been providing commercial and residential fencing to the people of Wisconsin for the past 18 years. Contact them today in Fall Creek or at hsfencewi.com. Second throw coming for Besson. That's no good. 57-28. Clark on the take. Julius Clark will head to the line.
Again, so tough when he attacks off the dribble. And he's got the ups. He can leap and get above people in there.
Yeah, we saw that in football, both when he was a receiver and defensive back. He can sure get up.
And I really believe that's why he had a slow start to the basketball season. I think he was just trying to recover from a tough football season where he got banged up quite a bit and it was a long season. So he is just, right now, he's just coming into form.
Peyton McCracken back in for the North Huskies. To cover your church, call the Dahlman Insurance Agency for a coverage analysis. Dahlman Insurance covers churches in Wisconsin with Hastings Insurance Company. Online at dahlmaninsurance.com. Dahlman Insurance, come for the rate, stay for the service.
Clark up to 18 tonight, leading scorer for the Old Abes.
He might be the leading candidate to be in the Zaleski Sports Highlight House, Sparks.
So far, he's running away with it.
McCracken to Gust. You know, for both of these teams, and, you know, in talking to Coach Chad Brisky of the Abes ahead of time, he's like, you know, one of the things we told our guys is like, hey, there's only 6 weeks left in this season. You know, January's moving by pretty quickly, and you know how it is, Sparks. Once you get to February, then it just flies by, and before you know it, you're in the postseason.
Yeah, February's the month, isn't it? You start thinking, all right, got to worry about the conference title and those things, and then all of a sudden you're in the playoffs.
Here's a steal by Jesperson, puts up the shot, no. Rebound, Fessenmeyer, no. Fessenmeyer again.
It's padding those rebound stats right there.
And Fessenmeyer up to 4 points.
Biggest lead of the night for the Old Abes, up to 32.
And again, Sparks, it's not like the Huskies are playing like poorly. There's a good look that time by Aaron Gust. He splashes in a three. It's just that when you're playing the Abes and when the Abes are playing like this, you don't have much margin for error.
Oh, you're exactly right. Your margin of error is so small. You've got to make everything. Can't turn it over. And it just hasn't happened tonight for the Huskies.
Jesperson finishes with the left hand. Abes are playing free and easy.
Jesperson up to 11.
Here's McCracken, guarded by Yates. Now Barrows. Aaron Gust on the drive, trying to get around Jesperson. And Aaron Gust wills that one in there.
Yeah, he has been their best player tonight, especially on the offensive end of the floor. He's been able to finish.
Gust up to 14 points.
Yeah, he averages 8 on the season, but done a nice job tonight.
Shamar Simmons passes up on the shot. Ian Bauer buries a three. Boy, everything falling for the Old Abes tonight.
I'm just waiting for that one time that Shamar Simmons decide to actually shoot the ball. I can't remember the last time I've seen that.
Yeah, he's just, unselfish
just
to
dishes.
a fault.
Yep.
Tough shot and the finish for Gavin Wise.
Gavin Wise gets his first 2 points of the night.
I have to ask Shamar Simmons about that sometime. Maybe he just feels like, okay, I carried the ball enough in football, and you know,
I don't want to be a ball hogger
got some
either.
touchdowns, got plenty of touches, played some defense. Contact on the drive, and it's an offensive foul. And who takes the charge? But Shamar Simmons.
There you go. Just talking about Aaron Gust driving and dishes out, but he couldn't stop himself, and Shamar Simmons steps in for the charge.
Yeah, Simmons is used to contact as a running back linebacker.
Yeah, that was one of the softer contacts he's felt.
Yeah, that's right. Be interesting to see where he winds up next year, because I think he's got some football in front of him. At the moment, though, the focus is on basketball. Jesperson, there's that hesitation dribble again. Mboga, strong rebound bucket, and the foul.
Just out-leaped everybody for that first board, and just right back up, draws the foul and one.
Wesley Mboga. He's got 8 now for the Abes. Balanced scoring tonight from Memorial.
Yeah, you know, again, we talked about this off the air. When you can keep Mboga and Jesperson way down in the first half, the problem is it's so hard to do it for a whole game. So sure enough, here in the second half, all of a sudden Jesperson's finding the range, and Boga's going off offensively, and they just stretch this lead out now.
Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. And Boga finishes the three-point play. And the lead is 33 points. Strong drive to the hoop, and it's an offensive foul. And once again, Shamar Simmons takes the charge.
Yeah, took the charge, but I'll tell you what, he kind of sold that. He went down early, but he got the call. He was there, but just some of the Huskies fans weren't real happy how he kind of took the dive early on that one.
We'll have to ask Chad Brisky to get those advanced stats, so things like charges taken, balls deflected, all those sorts of things, because that's what Simmons brings to you.
Exactly. He's a pad statter with all those other things. He's not going to get the points, but he's going to do everything else.
And Boga fouled up top. That foul is going to go on McCabe Tessing-Ritter. Tessing-Ritter played in the JV game, which was won by North tonight, 51-45. One of the next wave of Huskies that will look to make an impact on this program. And Boga now into double digits. He's got 10 points. That one crawls off the rim. 1 of 2 for Mboga. 69-35. A little trouble in the backcourt. Huskies recover.
All 4 starters for the Old A's in double digits now. The only one who's not is Hetke.
Messiah Lemke back in from North. Isaac West checks in for North. Yeah, this was a game that North was, at a position. They came in 3-3 in the Big Rivers. They put them right in the middle of the pack, and they would love to be able to finish in that upper half. Shot from Gust is off. Good box out on that far side by Bryce Hetke.
Yeah, they were coming in with that positive note of knocking off River Falls with that buzzer beater. So obviously they felt like they played very well there. Just not able to carry it over here tonight.
Yeah, they're a team, with that backcourt, Barrows, Besson, and Gust, they can get all 3 of those guys going. They're a dangerous team. Backdoor cut. Jesperson wanted to throw down, but he was challenged by Lemke. Good defense there. Lemke posting up instead. West gives to Besson. Elliot Besson puts on the brakes. West on the drive, and they're going to get the foul inside, and that's going to go on Bryce Hetke. Second foul on Hetke. Tyler Barrows back in for North. A little over 7 minutes to go in this one. And they're going to get Simmons on the foul. A little aggressive that time, trying to knock the ball away from Aaron Gust.
And that'll put the Huskies at the line now.
Yeah, both teams are in the bonus for the rest of the way. Here's Gust, who's got 14 points on the night. Gust, one of a few guys Sparks will see during baseball season. Here's another one, Jesperson. Ian Bauer's a baseball guy. Well, the bench really wanted Simmons to get that bucket.
Yeah, I did a great head and shoulder fake, got him up, and we went up. The Husky came down and actually knocked it out of his hands.
Julius Clark back in for the Old Abes. Shamar Simmons gets a nice greeting from head coach Chad Brisky. Mboga will pop from outside, and that is good.
Mboga up to 13 after being quiet the first half.
72-35. Complete performance by the Old Abe's, and Sparks, we'll go back to just how they started this game. And it was relatively close early on, but the Abe's stretched it out to 21-6, and they have kept it in double digits the rest of the way.
Yeah, Coach Brisky wanted that good start tonight. Something different for him, you felt, and sure enough, they did it.
Lemke for three, that's no good, and Mboga the rebound. Mboga, Ferguson, off the glass and good.
Great dish by Mboga.
12 points for Tay Ferguson. Full timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. You're watching Big Rivers Boys Basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Back at the doghouse, Old Abe's over the Huskies, 74-35. Bob Radovich, Dave Sparger with you. This was a 39-20 game at the half, and the Abes have just kept pouring it on. Jesperson putting on the backcourt pressure for Gust, and a steal. Wesley Mboga. Mboga throws down. That's got the Old Abe's fans on their feet. Wesley Mboga now up to 15 points. I think he's saying that, I got to be in that highlight house as well.
Well, he sure has this second half.
Sparks, I'm trying to remember the last dunk we saw by the Abes, and there's a nice looking shot there by Isaac West.
Yeah, I don't think we've had one this year. Maybe Fessenmeyer had one early?
Yeah, maybe early. Yeah, I think he did. You're right. Knocked away that time by Shipman. Henry Fessenmeyer in now for the Abes. Security Financial Bank, SFB. Whether you are starting a business, buying your first home, or saving for college, SFB has the bankers who believe in you. Learn more today at sfbank.com, member FDIC.
Julius Clark's the first one out here for the Old Age Friars as starters. He'll end up with 18 points tonight. Outstanding game.
Mboga, strong take. He'll head to the line. Old Abe's well on their way to picking up their 11th win of the season, and assuming this stays the way it is, they will then be 7-0 in the Big Rivers Conference, and they will go to Chippewa Falls Friday night. North looking at dropping to 6-8 overall, 3-4 in the BRC. They will host Hudson on Friday, so it's kind of out of the frying pan into the fire for the Huskies. But, all you can do is just, you know what? You flush it, you get back to work the next day, you get back to practice, and see what you can do, going forward. Again, this is a team that they've definitely got potential. Don't have a ton of depth, but when it's that given night, and they can get that started early and then, get some shots and get some offense flowing. They're a team that can really be a problem.
You're right, especially if they start dropping those threes and your offense is clicking, because we look up there tonight and they're sitting at 38. Well, they had 71 against River Falls in that victory, so they are capable of producing a lot of points.
1 of 2 of that trip for Besson. Besson 9 points. Possession arrow point in the way of the Huskies, so they'll get another chance with the basketball here with 2:44 left. Looks like both teams will get an opportunity to clear their benches. Isaac West, no. Well, Fessenmeyer knocked it right in the hands of Gust. Besson the kick out to West. Isaac West, open look. Wanted to roll that one up and in. Simmons the rebound, now Bauer.
Yeah, both teams looking to clear their benches now, so the next dead ball situation they'll be in.
Tough move inside and the finish for Ben Fessenmeyer.
And just a quick timeout here, just to get those subs in.
So both teams bringing a lot of reserves in. We'll get all the guys for you. 35, Alex Christensen. 33, Jack Cooper. 22 is Armando Torres. These are all for the Abes. Randy Perrine Jr. wears number 23. Huskies now with Joseph Kent with the basketball. Kent, strong take to the hoop. He'll head to the line, foul on Christensen. Also in for the North Huskies is Kenton Mondo. He wears number 33, the 6'7 junior. Sparks, we saw enough of him on the football field, and boy, he's a young man that's getting some Division I looks as a football lineman.
Yeah, and he should be. You're 6'7", 300 pounds, and he moves well. I mean, you can see it here on the basketball floor. You know, when he gets a chance to run up and down and play the game, he moves well for a big guy.
And it's one of those things, too, that, boy, if you can be a dual sport athlete and work on your footwork, work on your coordination, and just compete in a sport where maybe you're not that D1 recruit. Oh, the three-pointer, Jack Cooper. Cooper with the step back and hitting nothing but net. A whole bench standing up for that one, and now a steal by the Abes. Christensen, layup good, plus the foul.
Well, and you can see the Old Abe bench. They're just thrilled that these guys are able to get a chance to get out there and compete and put some buckets up for the team.
Well, the whole cheering section, a lot of the parents applauding, and Sparks, we talk about it all the time. There's guys that may not get a lot of playing time in games or are selling out during practice. They're giving it their all. Nice to see them get rewarded. Perrine takes it in on Mondo. And then
Perrine ran into a brick wall there.
Yes.
Not realizing it was just Mondo down there.
A big dude. Launching from outside, Torres, no good. Would have been a heck of a shot there. And with that, this one is over. Eau Claire Memorial, an impressive win, 84-39 over the North Huskies. With the win, Memorial improves to 11-3 overall, 7-0 in Big Rivers Conference play. Huskies drop to 6-8, 3-4 in the Big Rivers. Sparks, we've seen a lot of Memorial games this year. Maybe this is the best performance top to bottom, start to finish.
I agree with you 100%. Start to finish. This was definitely the best that the Abes have played this year. 36 minutes of just very solid offensive basketball, defensively. You're right, this hands down, this is the best they played. And, you know, when you play teams like that number one team out of Iowa and you take a loss, you can learn a lot from there. And they just simply took that back to the drawing board, learned from that, and brought it out to the court tonight.
So coming up next, the postgame show brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team when you have any sports-related injury or issue. You can count on prompt, proper diagnosis and a customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athlete in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and western Wisconsin. That is coming up next. You've been watching Big Rivers Conference Boys Basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's
more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
We all put Memorial in the house. Somebody got to count it down. Bob, you want a cookie?
Yeah, I'll grab one for the ride home, though. Thank you. Who made the cookies? Ooh, okay. All right. Have you sampled any yet? Are they good?
Gotta get up.
Okay.
Oh, they're great.
All right. All right, welcome back to the Doghouse. We've got the whole Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's team here, and they're munching on cookies. Let's start with Tay Ferguson. For you, 10 points. Coach Brisky was telling me before the game that you're starting to kind of come into your own. Obviously, Sparks and I have talked about this. You know, you took a couple years off from basketball, but now that you're back playing, do you feel like you're getting in kind of in that groove again?
Yeah, I'm definitely finding that groove. Being back with the boys, it's been a blessing, and I'm just learning the game and just feeling it. So yeah, I've been coming back strong, and it's been fun.
Julius Clark with 18 points tonight to lead the Old Apes. Kind of pick up what Tay is talking about. This is a group that's so tight. You guys have known each other for the longest time. This is a group that just seems to like being around each other, and you're the kind of team anybody can lead in scoring in any given night. How fun is it to play with these guys?
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, looking around all these boys, I mean, anybody can have their time at any moment, and just tonight was my moment, I guess. They made it happen for me.
Going forward, and anybody can answer this one, but going forward, what's going to be the most important thing? Wesley, I'm going to start with you. What's the most important thing for this team going forward?
Spit your knowledge. Spit your knowledge. Come on. We got to compete in practice. We have to start competing in practice. It starts on the defensive end. Once we go defense, consistency, and we got to run in transition, get easy points, and we got to talk a lot. That's going to solve everything. That's absolutely inspirational.
Yeah, that's right. All right. I'm going to hand the microphone over, and I'm going to get the heck out of the way. You guys
Count it down on 3. We're Eau Claire Memorial, and we're in the house. We're Eau Claire Memorial, and we're in the house.
Hey, look up there, though.
Unc knows consistency.
Hey, 3, 2, 1.
We're Eau Claire Memorial, and we're in the house.
Yeah! Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate it. Good luck later this week against. Well, and thanks for the cookie.
Absolutely.
All righty. Thank you very much. Eau Claire Memorial will be at Chippewa Falls on Friday. We will be at Hobbs Ice Center on Thursday. Rice Lake at Eau Claire North boys hockey. So that's going to do it for tonight. For producer videographer Cade Marshall and my color commentator Dave Sparger, I'm Bob Radovich saying good night from the doghouse at Eau Claire North High School.